I did not know this.
It's true. We're on TV and the radio, everybody.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It happens here. Once every 24 hours, we engage the devices.
Generally speaking,
And
every
start
24
to
hours.
chat.
Yes, we use technology to bring us to you.
At least the taping mechanism is at least maybe 18
Yes,
or...
our conversations are being recorded.
And you're watching them. It's Monday.
What would be the shortest span of time? Did you, like, 8 hours?
Picosecond.
What? Shortest amount of time? What do you... Ever?
Between two episode tapings, I just...
I don't know. It could be as little... I mean,
like late...
Yeah, late one night and early the next morning.
I mean, things have happened, when we do the program, like way late at night, like in technically the morning, and then again in the morning. So it's been maybe as little as a couple hours.
Wow.
But it's, every 24 hours, that's how it goes, so.
You got some crazy dedication there, Kenny.
You do. Sure, if you say so.
I do.
Yeah, it's Monday.
I'm speaking for myself in this case.
So Dan is here again. If you haven't been watching the program, that's just Mondays with Dan here.
Yeah.
So it's Monday.
I ran into, let me say this first. I ran into that dude. He was on the Tim and Eric show. He was a guest on here a few times.
What, David
He called in. Yeah. Yeah, he's living here in Olympia.
What? David Lieberhart's living in Olympia?
I think so.
No.
I think that's him.
What? Why? That's
right,
crazy. That's wild.
He came to the station.
Did you say hi to him?
He visited.
Mm-hmm.
He recognized me. He's like, hi, blah, blah, blah. You remember me? Da, 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 da.
From TCTV?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He is a preacher. In a small church. The congregation. And they like him. I got invited to church today.
What? We should call him. I wonder if it's too late. He likes TCTV.
Oh, very much.
His episode is the #1 episode of the program on YouTube.
Oh, serious? Really?
Yeah.
A lot of hits.
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe we should call him. We can use his connections.
Well, he said hi, and I didn't have time to talk. I was walking fast. I was on a mission, and
as we often are.
Yes, often.
Why would he liked it here? So he came back. Like
he recognized me.
But why would
he
he
was
be
like, yeah, he's on TV. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Why would he be in Olympia? That doesn't it seems weird.
Okay. My disclaimer: it may not have been him.
I don't think it is
I talked to him from 50 feet away. I was doing my laundry at the laundromat on the west side, and he was at the far end of the strip mall part.
It makes no sense for him
near the other
to be here. Maybe it was somebody else.
You know what? It might have been someone else. Might have been.
I highly doubt it because he why would he leave LA? He's doing LA stuff,
Okay.
Like,
I thought it was him.
He's only been here that one time. I think it would be.
Well, the dude that said hi and stuff.
Like black guy with glasses, like across the street. Like,
yeah, it looked and sounded like him.
That would be far out, but we called him not too long ago, actually. So.
Okay.
But I think.
Oh, if I'm wrong, boy. I could be wrong. I'd feel pretty lame.
It might be a little late to call him, though, I think, today.
Well, that's okay, Dan, because my middle name is wrong. So that's all right. You can't be more wrong than me.
It's wrong? Your middle name
is wrong?
Well, it's Elias, but...
Am I getting sound? Hello? Am I getting sound? I don't hear me. Is it popping?
Tap it. Yeah, see?
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
We can hear it.
Okay.
There's sound.
Okay.
So, anything else? That's something you saw on the streets. You see anything else on the streets?
Cat.
Uh-huh. They're out now.
Yeah, this cat, I'd never seen him before. He's new, and he's like meowing, and so I have to stop and pet the cat. And the cat starts rolling around in the parking lot, and so I pet him a little bit, and I pulled my hands away, and they were so dirty. And
was he a stray?
No collar.
Oh man, you should you could feed it, and then you could have an outdoor cat.
That's tomorrow's topic, though.
Oh,
Isn't Today's topic, health.
Yeah, it is. But today and
Help.
tomorrow is cats.
Yeah.
We're talking about health today, but cats. We can talk about cats anyway, though. It doesn't have to just because it's tomorrow's theme.
The health of cats.
Yeah, health of cats. You got to keep your cats healthy.
Yeah, don't feed your cats
garlic.
food with corn in there. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
garlic
no
and
corn?
onions. Yeah, corn.
Or dairy
It-
products.
Their renal system, their kidneys and bladder and stuff.
Peeing, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like corn products. There's a buildup of a particular enzyme that corn has lots of that their bodies don't process as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because cats are primarily meat eaters,
yeah.
Mhm.
right? And so they're
Yeah, corn's a pretty tough grain, I guess, right?
yeah, their intestinal tract is built for something else. And you're feeding them corn,
Gizzards and meat and whatnot.
plays the devil hell on their kidneys.
Look out.
Yeah.
So I bet a lot of cat food does have a lot of corn in it, actually, too, probably.
Oh, I think I know what I would like to speak about health.
Okay.
Well, there's that.
What is it? What were you going to say?
Oh, I saw a commercial and I got all mad because the commercial was advertising a thing that is false.
Like,
Uh-oh.
for medication?
No, it was a weight loss thing that was about reducing fat intake as opposed to carbs.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah, and it's false. Eating fat doesn't make you fat. It does not make you fat. Eating fat and oils does not make you fat. Your body processes them in the liver, and whatever it can't process goes out.
It's
Really?
Goes
the
through
sitting
you or
around.
goes out. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
your
sitting
body-
around and eating sugar that develops
Carbs.
fat. Yeah.
Carbs. Yeah, carbs is what get you. And it's rare that I see a commercial where they say low carb, blah, 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 weight loss or lean or anything like that. People believe overwhelmingly that if they eat a food and it's low in fat, it will help them lose weight.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
That's
But
actually
it's
what I
false.
thought.
It's false. It is absolutely false.
So if you eat just a lot of oily and, well, I guess, but things that are oily and fatty usually are also carb. Right?
Consider the Atkins diet. Meat and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And vegetables. No bread.
Yeah.
No sugar. No carbs. Zero carbs. It's meat and lettuce and cheese. Yeah. The Atkins diet.
Leaf.
And crazy numbers of people lost all kinds of weight on it. And the big concern about it was that eating all that meat and cheese, there's a huge amount of fat and a huge lot of cholesterol. But these people didn't seem to be the people that they did follow-up studies with it that were on the Atkins diet for long periods of time. They did just well. Their cholesterol didn't go up. Their sodium levels didn't go up.
Yeah, didn't it really mess them up in other ways, though?
I think so.
I know that Atkins, the actual guy, died of the Atkins
Yeah,
diet.
he slipped and fell on an icy sidewalk.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yep.
Atkins?
Yeah.
I thought Atkins
Yep.
got some kind of crazy Atkins disease, like from the diet.
Well,
yes.
that's hitting his head on the sidewalk.
No, yeah, it makes you fall. You get
Yeah.
the Atkinson disease, and you slip easier on icy sidewalks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the diabetic diet is somewhere in between that and a regular diet. Diabetic diets are just low in carbs. It's not no carbs. You just have a low carb diet. And you can eat all the meat you want because meat has virtually no carbs. Cheese, depending on the kind, will have a few carbs. Eggs have a few carbs. Those are almost all protein. Considered dairy, but eggs are dairy. I think they should fall into the category of meat, actually. But yeah, diabetic diet is really the way to go.
Yeah,
Because you get to eat some bread, small potato, small amount of rice.
Is it a good idea to be on that kind of diet
potato
even if
chips.
you're not diabetic?
If you do not want to get diabetes, you should follow the diabetic diet.
And that's what we've heard of that before, but
It's the best diet. It's and
What
it
is
doesn't
it?
preach fat avoidance. It's carb avoidance.
Is this something your doctor told you, or?
Oh, I did research when I got the diabetes. I got it once, you know. Yeah, I had it for a while.
And it's you.
Yeah, I made it go away.
And which type was it?
Type 2.
And what's the types?
Half the adults in the American population either are pre-diabetic or diabetic, over 50.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. People just don't realize how many people have gotten diabetes or on the verge.
And what's the difference between type 1 and 2?
Type 1 is pancreatic. The body, it's an autoimmune dysfunction. The body attacks the aisles of Langerlet cells on the surface of the pancreas that produce insulin. And so there is less and less and less insulin production as this happens. And so a person literally doesn't have enough insulin to process the carbs and the sugars and the carbohydrates going into them.
Sounds
So-
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, diabetes.
They died at a very young age until they realized that's what was going on. And now, they take shots.
Okay.
And
You're
they live for a long
holding
time.
the pen,
Oh, yeah,
and
let's play the dice
dice game kind of happened.
Well, it hasn't happened yet. We're going to be playing the dice game here. We're going to pick a number between 1 and 6, and we're going to write it on our hands.
This pen. When this runs out, can I have this?
Yeah, you can. You can have
I love
it.
this pen.
You can have it now.
Serious?
Yeah, you can have that
Well,
pen.
make sure you have another pen. I
We
don't
got
wanna
some more
take
pens.
the
Oh,
only
we got
pen that
pens
you
around
have.
here,
Well, just make sure. I don't want to leave you penless.
but you still have to write number, kind of maybe. If you want to participate in the dice game. By the way, participating in the dice game means you write a number on your hand between 1 and 6, and we roll the dice, and we roll 6 dice
That is
throughout
one
the.
crappy 3.
Well, we
That's a crappy
rolled 6 dice throughout the duration of the program, and whoever wins is deemed the winner, but winning is a prize in itself.
Oh no. Winning is everything.
It is not.
Can I have my pen back?
Yeah.
So I think, including the prize in itself. Here we go.
3. Oh man, that was broken. 3 through 3. Please.
5. I lost. Did anybody win?
Nope.
Nope.
What'd you pick?
Oh, sheesh. Come on. I mean,
6.
it's.
Okay. I remember.
Yeah. Some dog stole my heart, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. 6.
So what about what?
I love this.
What's type 2? Diabetes.
Type 2. Type 2 is, there are 2 or 3 different names for it. One is called insulin intolerance. One is called late onset diabetes. Same thing, type 2. There's a type 3 also. But what happens is all the cells in our body need to be fed. And they have these openings that can only be opened with an insulin cell. And an insulin cell looks like a figure 8, big fat figure 8. And the insulin cell will land on these receptor sites, these doors, gateways, land on them, and they will open up the doors, and sugars, simple sugars, sucrose, not very complex sugars will go in, and waste stuff will come out.
Oh no, there's a whole bunch of infinity symbols throughout our body.
Yes.
Yeah, going into yourself.
Billions and trillions.
Oh no, we're not
Billions and
infinite.
billions.
We're
Yeah.
not infinite.
So anyway, yeah, they're a funny looking kind of figure 8. Anyway, so what happens in type 2 is that the insulin cells find it harder and harder and harder to land on the receptor sites of the cells. And so what happens is there's a buildup of sugar, a buildup of other halfway products between the complex carbohydrate that's there and it gets broken apart, and it uses enzymes to break it apart, and they stick around for a while. So you get all these sugar products floating around in the bloodstream, along with insulin that isn't doing anything. And it builds up, and it builds up, and it gets higher and higher and higher.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a breaking point, and the person, their blood sugar goes from 150, which is the highest point it should go generally,
Yeah.
to 300, 400, 500, 600.
Whoa, like,
Somewhere around 1,000, you die. Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's tripling or more.
Yeah.
Quadrupling, yeah, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, when I got diabetes, I didn't take any medication. I just did the diet and exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I did the Atkins diet, sort of, for a while. Meat and cheese.
So
and
it's,
salad.
but it's when you get
Meat, cheese,
when you
and
get
salad.
like when you get overweight, and that's how you can get the diabetes type 2, right?
It's a combination of two things: eating a lot of carbs and zero exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, anything that makes you sweat a lot, that's probably exercise. That's my definition. And so what I did is I started doing like 30 and 40-minute speed walks.
Mm-hmm.
I would just walk as fast as I can, and I would have some chill beats.
Yeah.
Good dance mix beats. Yeah.
What
What
what does the how does that happen though? I mean, you get those carbs. How, okay.
Sorry.
Um.
I was going too fast though. Anyway, your question.
Why does it get like that? If you're what does the carbs do that are giving you diabetes anyway? So you're eating.
Well, what it is when you eat, you're flooding your body with all kinds of carbs, and your body can handle small doses that are steadily coming in, or small amounts that come in over time.
Because
Small meals.
that's what you need to live, right?
Small
I mean,
meals.
the
Yeah.
sugar is good
Yeah,
for you.
but on Thanksgiving and Christmas, we are just shoving ass tons of carbs in there, and so our body gets overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And what will happen normally is a person will eat a thing. It'll go through the digestive tract. It'll get into the bloodstream pretty quick, and the blood sugar gets higher and higher and higher. And there's a point where it gets up to 130, 140, 150, and this self-eating mechanism kicks in. The insulin starts attaching to all the cells and the muscles and the organs, the brain, all over the place, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then sugar starts going in, and our blood sugar goes down. And this mechanism in type 2 diabetes gets screwed up. That trigger point that says insulin, go and land, let the sugar in, feed the cells, blah blah blah. That warning system, that switch, disappears. It stops.
Just because you have it all the time? Too much?
Yeah. It's constantly being overwhelmed, so it loses, it forgets where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not the chemical description of the biological process, but that's a good analogy, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Are
so
peanuts carbs?
Pardon?
Are peanuts carbs?
Not much.
Oh, okay.
Not much. They're starchy.
Some things
and
are only
it would
partially.
say on the label.
Some things are only partially carbs.
Yeah.
I thought it's like carbs. I thought carbs are full or not. I thought rice is carbs and like bread and stuff. Or
Yeah.
wheat,
Rice, bread. Yeah. But that's a nut.
Yeah. So middle. But sugar.
A seed.
But sugar is carbs too. What about like soda? Is that carbs or is that just sugar?
Okay. A carbohydrate is any group of sugars stuck together. This is table sugar. This is honey. This is
High fructose corn syrup.
agave, high fructose corn syrup, and the sugars have all kinds of names because they're different levels of complexity. There might be 2 sucroses stuck together. There might be sucrose and a lactose stuck together. There might be 3 or 4 lactose stuck together, and they're in these various sized chains of different groups of sugar. That's a carbohydrate.
Wait a minute, isn't lactose in dairy?
Yeah.
It's a sugar. It's a simple sugar that is found in dairy. But you find it all over the place anyway.
Wow.
Hey, it's info time.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
fruits,
Carl's gonna read.
berries.
Or maybe, yeah.
Here are answers to some frequently asked questions about the program. You're watching it right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with Me. It's a call-in television talk show on a radio that's recorded right here in Thurston County every day of the year. It airs every night, 11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on Low Power FM, or 11:30 on TCTV. Each episode broadcast a week after it was taped, so we're watching this on TV at 11:30 p.m. This episode taped the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 and leave a message. We'll call you back on the next episode.
Nice.
Thanks for tuning in, and back to the program.
Nice. You know what, Carl? I think that is the best I've ever heard you read that. You got the phone number and everything. Holy crap.
You have the phone number,
Well,
too?
I'm
impressive.
it's a jogging race.
I killed a mosquito out of the air.
You did. I saw that.
Yeah.
So you pace yourself. You can go miles. So
Way to go, Carl.
Go miles.
Yeah. Info time.
Generally speaking, I don't know, dude, how consistent I'm reading this rather well, but it's like I'm starting to get the hang of the script. So don't change the script on me, Freddie, or you can.
No,
you can.
Don't do that.
Here's a message. Nope. Is it blank? Is it blank? Is this thing going? Are you working, computer?
It's a secret silent message.
Yeah, it looks like it's a pocket dial or something, or they wanted to get through. Some people, they call the number. We're not live viewers and listeners. When you call this number, 360-836-4384 for the radio listeners, and for the viewers, if you call that number up there, you're going to get a message. You're not going to get, we just did info time, but it goes so by pretty fast, and then maybe it's hard to actually understand what we're saying there.
But you need to listen and pay attention.
When you call, we're not going to be there. You're calling a message machine, an answering machine.
Yeah.
And then you leave a message. Maybe we should try to get it so that there's less rings or something, because that's probably where people are like, oh, if there's,
rings.
It seems like if there's a lot of rings, but I don't know how to do that. It seems like if there's a lot of rings, then it'll get confused. But
yeah, because it sounds like there's 6.
Hmm.
On the other hand, you could call someone, call the number, and you might have accurate timing, and on that 23rd hour, we're actually taping, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We do tape, so, but it's
always
just
possible. No, well, it's possible that we're
right.
Like today, maybe today we're going to be into the actual program time a little bit.
Oh yeah.
By
that's right.
5 minutes. So if you were to call at the very beginning of the show on, today, then you would have made it. So if we get any calls in the last 5 minutes, then we'll know that's what is happening.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen all that often. We don't always tape at night.
Yeah, or later. It's true.
Fourth of July, we taped in during the daytime.
There's a tendency for us to tape the Monday episodes at a particular time in the evening.
So try to call in on Mondays about 10:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still doing health stuff. We talked about all your diabetes stuff. But
so there's a point at which you go from pre-diabetic to full diabetic.
Yeah.
And in my case, I didn't want to take the medication. I'd done a little bit of research on the different medications and what they do, and I didn't like them. And so I told my doctor when she told me what my blood sugar was, it was like 450. I told her, well, let me do the diet and exercise thing, and if I can't bring my blood sugar down through diet and exercise, I will have to take medication. And so in 90 days, I brought my blood sugar down from 450 down to 150, 180. It was higher than what it should be, but I'd really worked really hard.
Do you still have like the blood tester machine?
3 years later, I go to a doctor. He's a new doctor. I was going to the CMAR on the west side. I always had a different doctor every frickin' time. I don't go to the doctor very often.
Okay.
So every time I go, and I go and I see this guy, and he's kind of a jerk. But anyway, I see this guy.
He was a jerk. The doctor was.
Yeah.
He had that bedside manner, huh?
Just attitude.
The doctor's supposed to be nice to you. I think it's.
He was.
He's supposed to have bedside manner.
He seemed irritable.
Well,
he seemed irritable and annoyed.
Oh, somebody didn't get their coffee.
Someone didn't get their shot, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I would like him as a person if he was that way all the time.
Okay.
I was annoyed with his
look out! No,
anyway,
don't be mad at the doctor though, because the doctor could mess you up. I think he's gonna.
Yeah. So I go there and I sit down and he says, "So why are you here?" And I'm like, I wanted to get my my A1C tested. And A1C is this overall look at a number of different enzymes in your bloodstream to evaluate where your diabetes is. And the lower the number, the better. And people without diabetes tend to have one at A1C of 5, and people with diabetes, it's usually up at 8 or 9 or something, which is bad. So I go in there to see him, and I'm like, I'm here to get the results of my A1C or get my A1C. And I think he already had the results, because when I'd go in there, I would get this little finger prick test, and they test your blood sugar and your A1C. So
what's A1C?
It's a steak sauce.
Oh God, I feel you've got to stump the professor here.
A1C is a steak sauce.
But it's
a
a
number. What it means. It's A stands for something. The 1 stands for something else.
But it's a number.
It's a number.
That's
the
connected to diabetes.
The higher it is, the worse your diabetes is, and the lower it is, the better.
But it's different than blood sugar.
It is not
it's
a steak sauce.
Triglycerides, I think, are in there.
So it's like, but it counts maybe your ability to digest sugar or whatever. Is that what it is, or it's like a diabetes level?
It's a diabetic health measurement.
Yeah. Okay.
In the bloodstream, and it checks a number of different elements in there. I'll look it up. I've read it. I just don't remember all the details of it. But anyway. So I go in there, and this doctor, he's like, so why are you in here? And I'm like, to get my A1C checked in. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because I have diabetes. And he turns around and he looks at me and he says, no, you don't.
Oh.
And I'm like,
whoa.
I'm like, what? And then I'm like, you mean there's a cure? I was getting an attitude at this point. There's a cure? And he's like, no, there's not a cure, but your diabetes is managed. It's not, your body is not having diabetes right now. You're officially pre-diabetic now. And pre-diabetic. That's your diagnosis. If you go back to doing what you were doing before you got diabetes, you'll get it again.
Right. So did you say, can you check please anyway?
Oh, he did. He told me it was like 4.5, which is really good. And it's been, these 7 years, it's been 4.55, something like that.
Well, congratulations.
Well, it's not hard work doing the speed walks. You walk for half an hour, really fast, right?
Yeah.
The hard thing is to do it 2 or 3 times a week. I had a friend ask me, he's like, oh, do you have to do the walks every day? And I'm like, hell no. I'm too lazy. 2-3 times a week. 2-3 times a week. That's what I do. Just walk fast. And avoid carbs.
Unless you have some sort of personal protest against automobiles, like, someone...
Oh, I pick a route. When I do my walks, I pick a residential route. I don't like... basically, when I'm crossing a road, I just assume that the car doesn't see me. That's my basic assumption. Yeah, I like the neighborhood, and there's a nice park that I walk through too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Carl's drinking a lot of Mountain Dew. That's
Well,
we were talking about this yesterday.
That's exactly what I was drinking before when I got diabetes.
Mountain
Right,
Dew?
I was drinking
but
tons of that. I was so thirsty.
well, reflexively, I'd check the over my shoulder to make sure that there's no car coming. You know, whenever I
Good policy.
yeah, I've
Always look both ways, kids.
well,
Here we go. Let's play the next dice game.
well, not just two, but
Three.
4 ways,
Three.
or 3.5, or
No, I
Three.
think you don't,
Three.
just look both ways.
well, at
How
an
many more
intersection.
ways are there?
Look
Well,
all
the-
the ways.
What, behind you too?
All
Well,
of
yeah,
the
because
ways.
someone could be turning, making a left.
I mean,
and-
that's if you're at a four-way.
Yes,
If you're at a four-way intersection.
yes.
Then you got to look all the ways. But if you're only crossing the regular street, then you only have to look both ways.
Well,
But if you're crossing the four-way street, then you got to look all four ways, I guess.
right. Well, anyway, dice game.
Yeah, here we go. Look around. Every time you're gonna cross the street,
Look around you.
spin around
Look
in a
around
complete
you.
circle, 360 degrees
Look around you.
the whole time. Here we go. And if you see a car, you gotta keep spinning. You can't stop spinning. Hey, look at that. Dan got
I
500
got
points.
3. Yay.
I still lost. Carl still lost. So Dan, you're in the lead with 500 points.
I'm a
Yay.
winner. I am a winner today.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No. No.
So,
no.
so you're drinking Mountain Dews, huh?
And I got a prize.
You know, this is a message that when you drink,
Oh God.
it's a diuretic, what they call caffeine. Yeah, caffeine
Yes.
and soda and mostly with sugar.
Yeah.
It's actually making you less hydrated.
Yeah, you pee out more than you drink in.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Diuretic. I love this pen.
Isn't that how? I mean, you always pee out more than you, or you than you drink in,
It
isn't
should be
it?
co-equal. I mean, you're always peeing, so you're
Oh, yeah.
slowly losing liquid in your system. So you may be drinking something, but the caffeine makes you pee more.
Uh-huh.
So you're losing it faster than you're bringing it in. If all you drank was coffee and tea and caffeinated sodas, yeah, you'd be getting more and more thirsty over time.
Yeah, and you think when you're thirsty, you're like, I'm thirsty. Also, when you're thirsty, I hear that it's hungry. Lots of times you're thirsty for
Yep.
water.
Yep.
But when you start drinking all the Mountain Dew all the time, and I do drink Mountain Dew, so not to say,
I drink Diet Dew.
but you say, you're like, I'm thirsty. I want Mountain Dew. That's where your mind goes to.
Yeah. Your mind goes to the Mountain Dew,
But
but
it should
you
think when you're like, I'm thirsty, I
You-
want water.
right.
But that's not where it goes to.
But Mountain Dew tastes so much better.
Yeah.
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 Look out for that Mountain Dew, though.
Route out your teeth though too. So
So, just as a recap, I think we're done talking about the diabetes.
Yeah.
Just as a recap, fat does not make you fat. Carbs do. Don't eat so much.
not only that,
all I'm
probably
saying.
a little bit of in exercise or unexercise or just like
Yeah, walk
immobility. So
Walk fast for half an hour. Just
Yeah.
do that.
yeah.
How about other health? How
2 or
about,
3 times
how
a
about
week.
mental health? Do you have any mental health news? I used to ask you about mental health news all the time.
Oh, I read a great study today. My morning science reading. Great study. They studied people that have been sleep deprived.
Mm-hmm.
And they put them through a bunch of tests, and they checked their thing when they've had a good night's sleep, and they have them do these tests, and then they deprive them of sleep, and they have them do the same tests,
Uh-huh.
and they fill out a survey and stuff like that. And people that are sleep deprived have mild symptoms, some of them, of schizophrenia.
Whoa.
Yeah, focusing, attention span, hallucinations, a bunch of different things.
Hearing voices?
Possibly. I know that when I'm sleep deprived, I have been sleep deprived a few times, and I have visual. God, they're hard to describe. They're little things floating in the air. I get these floater things.
Wow.
Maybe schizophrenia is some kind of error in the sleep system. Then, huh? Is that?
Maybe.
Is that something-
Whenever
It was a great
that
study.
happens to me, I thought that was just flecks of dust or whatever that
Maybe that-
is on the surface of my eye or something like that.
Yeah, but is that something that the study says maybe that's a possibility?
Oh, it named a list of symptoms that these sleep deprived people, that all these ones, they kind of consistently listed a number of things that they were experiencing or having trouble in, either some a deficit or an enhancement or an addition.
Does it make sense that it could be that maybe the schizophrenia thing now that if there's the sleep thing, or is that it's a correlation causation kind of thing? Maybe.
Well, to study schizophrenia per se, they have like 3 or 4 different things that they do, and one is called twin studies. You'll have 2 twins. One has schizophrenia, the other one doesn't. They're twins. They're identical twins.
Oh, they found that before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, twin studies. They've
Yeah.
been using twin studies for, 100 years.
Hmm.
And so what they do is, after the one twin dies, they do sections, they do dissections, and they look at different parts of their brain to see structurally what was going on, what the differences were. But it wasn't until the last 20 years that they started doing genetic studies, which are way more insightful. You get way more information than cutting up slices of the brain. All you're seeing is by doing that, all you're seeing is a topological thing, whereas you're doing genetic studies, or you're looking at the enzymes in action, or that sort of thing. You learn way more. It's much better. Much better. So they did twin studies, and then they do animal models. What they do is they take a mouse or a rat or a guinea pig or a dog or a monkey, and they give the monkey or the rat or the dog or the guinea pig something that, well, fucks their shit up. Okay? And then what they do is they give the animal some kind of compound to alleviate that thing that has screwed the animal up. And they say,
Technical,
"Aha."
or is that a technical term?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a highly semi-scientific term.
Yeah.
Other ones that they do, what they've been doing in the past 10 years, is that they will genetically alter mice to have a certain condition that mimics a human condition.
Whoa.
That looks very, very the same. There are certain parts of a mouse, certain parts of a rabbit or a guinea pig, that their reproductive system or their breathing, their lung system or their lymphatic system or whatever is very, very, very similar to ours.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they'll do is they'll genetically enhance that in some group of rabbits or whatever, and then they will do tests and experiments on them to see if they can fix it.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that's an animal model. Those are phase 2 studies. Phase 1 is in the petri dish and computer models. They'll take a petri dish and take a bunch of muscle cells and expose it to this experimental compound to see what it does. And if it doesn't kill it, great.
Yeah. Wow.
So let me get
bugs
something.
are out on the summertime.
It's a little skinny mayfly.
Should I close the door?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, he's just looking for bugs.
Whoa.
I don't bite.
I don't like the summertime anymore. The bugs.
bite. Those are fine.
It hit me. Did you see that? It hit me.
He's coming to get you.
It knew it though. I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't like it. And it like hit my hand. Did you see that though?
Yeah, those bugs are pretty dumb too.
Why did it hit me though? I was talking about it. It didn't hit anybody else. And I was the one that was like saying, "Don't hit me," and then it did.
Yeah, well, you should be saying nicer
I'm
things
gonna
to
kill
him.
it.
Don't tell him that. He'll come and get you again.
Oh.
Yeah, he heard you. See, he's coming over. You're gonna knock your laptop over, dude.
Kill this bug.
Yeah, the cardboard is fine.
So if you got
Oh, hey, it's time for commercial break.
I do
Yeah.
that with bees and hornets and yellow jackets and wasps. I go stupid. I freak out.
wee. No, them stupid. New Moon Cafe. Yum yum.
Dance Oli Dance. Dance Oli Dance. Live TV dance party. First Friday of each month, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. TCTV Studio A, 440 Yager Way. Oh yeah.
Brand Interior Limited presents Private Memories, Still Meadow album, 2014,
It's not of art design.
featuring the song
A barrier to something else or something. Something.
Private
That's cool.
Memories. Double back. Private Memories from Still Meadow, available at fine retail.
Coming up on the next episode of Your Daily Hour with me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry, you guys.
¿Cómo está?
Hey, muy bueno there. Hey, we're on TV.
And the tip of my penis.
Hey, we got Sam.
Tune in to hear the details of that.
He's
The something.
These guys are at
I'm
comedy.
a comedian. The tip of my penis.
And it's cat day.
Yeah, and cats. And
Yeah.
a horse. And the tip of my penis.
And more cats. Tune in
Mostly
at
penis,
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22, and call in about something else.
Five.
Man.
Hey, we're back.
We are. We're right here. We
did-
never actually left.
Did you enjoy
We
your
left
break?
To the viewers, yeah.
Did you go up to the bathroom or get a, hopefully you didn't get a Mountain Dew.
Maybe you did a couple of. I don't know. I don't want to slam Mountain Dews, but maybe you did
No,
some.
that was
push-ups.
the soda. I do lots of push-ups. I started doing it was during the winter, and it was rainy and wet and cold, and I didn't want to go on a walk outside. I didn't want to go,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh, well, I was doing stuff on TV, and I didn't look how my stomach kind of stuck out, so I started doing sit-ups.
Uh-huh.
And I would do a bunch of sit-ups, and then when my stomach stopped hurting a day or two later, I would do more.
Yeah.
And then when my stomach stopped hurting from the exercise, I would do more.
Yep. Did it work
And,
out?
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Yeah,
more.
my tummy got kind of flat. I got some abs. It's nice.
No more.
Happy about it.
Yeah, go back to. I think even if you watch the beginning of the program, that was in 2010.
Yeah.
You were bigger even then.
Like heavier?
Yeah, I think so. A little
People
bit.
have told me that I've lost weight, but I haven't physically lost weight, though.
Well,
I've been the same.
I've
been the same weight for 5-6 years.
maybe you've toned up. Go check the. Check the first episode of the.
Oh man.
Check the first episode of the program that you were on, and then you can from YouTube and.
Yeah. You know, I do look different.
Well,
I do. I definitely look different.
the muscle mass, the girth, or
back and
whatnot
compare.
could.
Huh.
Go back and compare it.
Is
Things have been so gradual for me. I just don't.
Yeah, you can see it.
I don't.
Is
There
it
are other things about health too that we're gonna try to think about.
is it a sign of sleep deprivation if you got like things floating across your field of vision, and you got like some sort of like a curly Q that looks like maybe.
Hallucinations,
Are
essentially.
you hallucinating?
Wow.
Are you hallucinating shapes?
Well,
Cody?
no,
okay.
I see that somewhat regularly sometimes.
Okay,
I
there's
don't
two.
know.
There's
is it?
two things in mental health. They're called positive symptoms and negative symptoms,
Uh-huh.
but they're not.
What
good
about
and bad.
neutral system? Sounds like Carl's got a neutral.
No, there's positive
symptom.
symptoms and negative. Negative ones are where there's a deficit of what is typical of a person.
Uh-huh.
Someone with schizophrenia would have flattened affect, meaning they don't visually or audibly their facial expression and body language don't display their emotions. They seem flattened. The affect, the mood is flattened. Not a whole lot of mood going on. Okay, so that's a deficit. And then there's positive symptoms, which are hallucinations.
Okay.
And they can be visual,
They're
auditory, tactile, touch, olfactory, smell, taste, lingually, guess.
Voices.
That's auditory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they could be any one of them to some greater or lesser degree. Now, something that's interesting is that someone that takes lysergic acid, LSD, they get symptoms of schizophrenia, and that's the visual hallucinations. They might hear things, they might see things. It does other things to the brain, but... Kenny's gonna kill that bug. He's gonna kill that bug. Just don't fall on me. Oh yeah.
I think I got it. Maybe. I'm not sure though.
Well, another 5 minutes shall tell the story of that.
He is the hunter.
I think that one was actually
You're
a mosquito.
hunted.
Though. I'm getting paranoid about these mosquitoes. Oh, they're everywhere. Mosquitoes are out to get me. I'm gonna get like malaria or something. Health stuff. You know, mosquitoes are the biggest killers out of animals. That's what they say. It's like
whoa, your power's fluctuating.
you say like, what animal kills the most people?
Uh-oh.
You know, this is like the thing you say to people.
Hippos.
That's what you would think, right? Or something. You would say like
Hippos.
hippos or like lions or bears or
No,
dogs.
you're right. Mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's mosquitoes. So.
Yeah, there's malaria. There's West Nile. There's a couple others. See, I don't worry about mosquitoes.
Yeah, you're not worried about
Not
about
at
getting
all.
malaria.
They
and
don't
stuff?
bite me.
Oh yeah.
I taste bad.
They don't.
Or I
They bite
smell
me,
bad.
They bite me up.
Yeah, they don't eat me at all. They never have.
I
Never have. Yeah, the mosquitoes would be flying around everyone. Everybody but me is getting bit. They'll get my ankles
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah, I seem to be, really sweet, like a popsicle to them too. So
Oh, so I'm sitting in between a couple honeydew melons. over
Maybe
here.
it's your diabetes.
yeah, for sure.
Maybe if you have diabetes, that means that your sugar is low, right?
Correct.
So maybe.
Well, no. Your blood sugar is unregulated. It can drop low,
high,
or
up,
it can go up high.
up,
But
okay.
it our blood sugar tends to want to be higher rather than lower. Tends to. So.
Mosquitoes. Yeah, but what about malaria though? If
Yeah.
I don't know. What can mosquitoes? I don't know if they can transfer like colds and.
I thought that they transfer like the
West Nile.
bird flu
Bird flu.
virus, right?
What about just like
Mosquito?
what about like
Yeah.
the regular flu? Yeah, or the colds. I don't know if they can do that. Maybe we should call Freddie the producer anyway. Ask him how the production end is going here.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Health.
think.
Don't have the power.
Well, they're taking blood from a mammal, and that blood can do things at the body temperature of a mammal. But once it goes into a mosquito, the temperature gets lower
Yeah,
because mosquitoes are cold-blooded.
So what I heard, I think is the mosquitoes get the virus or whatever, and then they
Yeah.
have to be able to. It has to be able to be carried by mosquitoes. That's why you can't transfer HIV.
It's Freddie Dilber. I can't come to the phone right now, but if
I
you
saw
leave me a
some
nice
science
message,
somewhere.
then I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Fred, it's the program. Call us back in a few minutes here.
Hey, Brady.
Hey, Freddie.
Yeah, that's why mosquitoes
So
can't.
what- what-
Can't transfer HIV because the mosquitoes like somehow get the virus because they don't like suck your blood, and then they don't like put somebody else's blood in you. It's they suck your blood and then they're full, and then they take it easy for a while, and they digest, and then they go back, and so the thing that is getting injected into people is the mosquito saliva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
spit.
it has to be
Yeah.
able to be carried by mosquitoes and humans for mosquitoes to transfer it. So
And
it's
some
not like-
viruses do.
Yeah, so
you do.
not like HIV, but like malaria and West Nile virus and flu. Maybe I don't know about the regular flu, but the bird flu, right?
I hadn't heard anything about the bird flu.
I'm not even sure what the
The-
bird flu is. I don't know. It was around here. Some people got it.
It's the avian variant of the influenza virus.
I wonder what's been happening with that though. I mean, didn't people in Thurston County get bird flu a few years ago? I mean, this went away, I guess.
Yeah, I think
I
nine
thought that
people
was
or
just
something.
regular New York.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Thurston County, is it? There you go, final dice game.
I don't remember the whole. Three.
4, 1. I won.
Oh my God!
I won.
Penny
Four.
is the winner.
I have 4. Over here, Carl. There it is. Number 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I drew a crappy 3. You want to see this crappy 3?
Anyway, we'll look at it. Losing 3. Look at that crappy
Yeah,
losing
it's
3.
Yeah, it's definitely a loser.
Yep. I won.
What's that extra? Your 6 has a tail.
What's with that tail, Carl?
Yeah, what's
I
with that?
usually have tails on my
That's not how
sixes, maybe.
sixes are supposed to be made, maybe.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, you're breaking some rules somewhere.
Hey, if those that know me know that I break rules.
You're a rule breaker. Carl's a rebel.
Probably, maybe.
Maybe you're a rebel? You think you're
Rule
so?
breaker.
Ooh, well,
Man.
Carl's breaking the rules. He's not following anybody's advice.
probably a prior incarnation of James Dean, maybe.
Yeah, you're James. You're comparing yourself.
No, I
You're
don't
saying
know.
Yourself. I'm pretty much like James Dean.
Oh, man. No, well,
Wow.
You kind of look like him a little.
Yeah, you look like James Dean. You don't get a motorcycle. It might negatively affect your health.
yeah.
Wait, didn't he crash in a car?
I don't know. I thought it was a motorcycle. I
No,
guess
no, it was a super fast car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'd never driven it before, and he went way too fast.
That's why I walk.
Didn't take the corner. Didn't take the corner well.
He
Hit a pole.
he's always this. I thought he drew off a cliff, but he's always famous for riding motorcycles.
No, it was an accident. And he may have been high.
Well,
There are
probably.
exceptions to every rule, apparently.
What, James Dean stuff?
Yeah. You know, in terms of, like, you know,
Oh, you're gonna knock that
where
shell
he
down.
was, you know, where he,
What?
you know, the
What?
exception of him, you know, like being like a rebel on motorcycles, but on that one day that he rode a car, he went super fast or
Car
whatever.
crashes negatively affect your health.
Yeah.
Negatively. So don't let one happen to you.
Yeah. Only
I
ride
need that.
transit.
You know all these health foods, and how everybody's trying to eat naturally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that is any more healthy.
Well, hey, listen, there's something that I learned fairly quickly when I started watching the carbs that I was eating, right? Because I could only do like 50 or 60 carbs a meal, and there's all this food I could choose. And I learned really quickly that canned and boxed things, prepared foods, frozen, prepared,
Bless you.
Hospital.
good
Hospital.
stuff.
Hospital.
Hospital?
Is you
Hospital.
tight?
Hospital?
Hospital. I'll just say hospital. Hospital after you sneeze for your health.
Oh, hospital.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Hospital.
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 Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, because Gesundheit is not sick. Not sick.
Yeah, not sick. Hospital.
It's
not
a
sick.
well-wishing, not sick. I don't think it invokes God in some way.
That's why I say hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try and remember that. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So
Canned
these
foods?
prepared foods in boxes, frozen prepared foods, fast foods, all these things, super high in carbs. I learned pretty quick. I couldn't have a whole Big Mac. That was just too many carbs.
Well, that's got
And
3
it's-
pieces of bread in it. Why don't you just eat the McDouble anyway? Too
Yeah.
much bread.
Yeah, just huge amounts of carbs, and it's like it was really frustrating. I had to get the kids' meal. because I couldn't do all the bread and I couldn't eat all the fries either. I could share half like small fries and have like a quarter pounder with cheese or something because there's less bread in that. But it was still at my carb limit. And I found that Whole Foods, a hunk of meat, a single potato, a bowl of mixed vegetables, a bunch of rice, simple pasta or something like that.
Mhm.
The less complex foods had lower carbs.
Yeah.
Whole Foods had lower carbs. A pile of lettuce, a bunch of grapes, a banana.
Uh-huh.
You know, all these things. These single foods are called whole foods because it's just one thing, right there. You can mix them together if you like, but then it's, you know, that pile of food that you mix together of different things. It's not a whole food anymore. It's like a collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is that prepackaged foods, they put all kinds of like modified food starch in it as filler, and that starch is a complex carbohydrate. So there's way more carbs. So what I had to start doing is like getting whole foods and just eating those and making enough for 2 or 3 meals or something like that, so that I could, you know, just heat something up at night or the next day or something like that. So I had to cook all my food. It ended up being a lot more work, and definitely when I didn't feel like cooking, it was definitely a pain in the ass. And the other thing is it's a toughie too, because prepared foods are really, really cheap. You know, I mean, you can get a bag of potatoes for $2 or $3.
That's like the
but that's just carbs.
obesity epidemic with
It is. It
with
really is.
What's it called? Poverty.
Yeah.
There, because you have the
You can buy a case of boxes of mac and cheese, and that's just
or ramen.
carbs and rice. Ramen, yeah, it's all carbs. Not all, 90% carbs. And the other thing too is that the more fiber I added to whatever meal I was eating, the more carbs I could eat.
Oh yeah.
Somehow, the fiber carries out the carbs before they can get
Is that-
absorbed into your
you just
bloodstream.
figured that out, or
so
is
you
it-
can eat more. No. It was a rule. When I was diagnosed with diabetes, I went to these 2 or 3 different classes, and they just gave me the basics, and I did research after that. But one of them was I had these little plastic pieces of food. A pile of rice, two slices of bread, a potato, all these things. With your meal, you can eat this. With your meal, you could eat that. And so she had me pick out food groups to make a bunch of different meals. And the idea is that with a meal, if you eat a pile of carbs, whatever they are, it doesn't matter. No bigger than your fist, like a.
What if you
slice or
squish it?
two.
What if you squish it though? Like if it's bread,
Some carbs are much more dense.
like if it's bread and you're eating
2
the-
slices. Two
but-
slices. That
but if
occupies a larger
squish,
area
If you
than
squish
a
it down,
potato.
it's way less than your fist.
Like
Like
it's 2 slices of bread are equivalent to a real small potato, or a cup of rice.
Well, I think that's the end of the
We
program.
made it through the whole episode of the program, and we stayed healthy. We didn't lose consciousness or die. I think that's
Yeah.
what health is all about.
Oh,
me.
I could talk about this for probably several shows.
So check it out. Maybe in the future we'll hear more about it. I know
Yeah.
we've heard about it in the past.
So yeah, I had type 2 and it went away. So
We didn't talk to anybody on the phone.
no, I was too busy
Thanks.
telling y'all the stuffs.
Thanks nobody on the phone. Thanks Carl and Dan. Thanks for being here today.
Well,
It's a good thing I
thanks
had this
Freddie
tall boy
for
with
the
me.
answering machine
It
message.
sustained my talkative throat.
Thanks beer for your health. Good beer time there.
Rainier.
They say one
Rainier's
glass of
not
wine.
good beer.
Thanks Peanuts and thanks Mountain Dew.
It's funny tasting liquid with a tiny bit of alcohol.
Episode number and date and day of the week. Thank you.
4%, not much.
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on
Actually,
channel 22,
3.5%.
YDHWM.com.
Check it out.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
Woohoo!
Yes.
360-836-4384. Yeah.
Leave a message.
Crew, you guys want to be on the crew? I'm doing anything if you want though.
We'll see you again next Monday.
UFFBI.
Hopefully it'll be a
TCTV.
hot summer night, baby.
Living.com. Second feeling.
Oh,
Dirty
yeah.
Fabulous.
Oh,
Thurston County, Washington State, USA.
Join us.
Thank you.
Again, next Monday.
Viewers and
next
listeners,
Monday is
I'll be here.
hell.
Unless there's
Hell
calamity.
yeah, dog.
Calamity.
Hell, yeah. Woof woof.
Hopefully not.
Bye.